are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So far, only 2 female rappers are under negotiation to perform at the 2025 Video Music Awards. Okay, so Cardi B, Doechii. Is Doja Cat still considered a female rapper? You know, I guess we can say 3, but it seemed like she do more pop than she do rap, okay? But if we talk about who is considered a female rapper, Cardi B and Doechii are under negotiations to perform at the Video Music Awards. Doja Cat too, but we don't know if she counts as a female rapper. And then on top of that, Titanic Records wants Doechii to hop on a song with Cardi B. They would like to have a Downside remix featuring another female rapper in the game. And, you know, Cardi B and Doechii, if they hop on a record together, they will be throwing shots at Nicki Minaj. We see how Cardi B was quick to drag Nicki, even though Nicki wasn't even really talking to her, but she was quick to drag Nicki, told her to go outside to the park, go shopping, to shut the F up. Doechii unfollowed Nicki last year when Bigfoot came out because Nicki said that Meg lied on her dead mama. Okay? So let me know how y'all feel about it. I think Doechii would eat Cardi B up. She don't even need to diss Nicki Minaj. She would just eat Cardi B up. I think Cardi B gotta collaborate with people who are on the same lyrical and talent wavelength as her. So the people that have the same amount of talent as Cardi B, I think Sexy Red. I think Sweetie has less talent. No shade. Can't put out a hit record a day in her life. You know, Cardi B, she had hits in the past. She don't got no hits right now, but she had hits in the past. Sweetie, it was like she might have had 1 hit, 2 hits, but she wasn't really dropping hits like that. No shade. Who else? Ice Spice, but she fell off. You know, No Spice fell off, so she's done out here. Who else could Cardi B work with that she hasn't really worked with before that's on the same lyrical wavelength as her? I think I just name dropped all of them. But let me know if you guys would be here for that. Now, despite, Cardi B being at Fashion Week, a lot of fans still believe she's pregnant because she was wearing a big-ass shirt to Culture's birthday party. Now, she was spotted at Paris Fashion Week, and she seemed like, she didn't really have much of a stomach, but people are calling out the fact that she was wearing a waist trainer or a corset, and I guess that can hide the baby bump if you wear like a corset or something like that underneath your clothes. Okay, but I feel like even if you wear a corset, if you're pregnant, it's gonna show. So I don't know about that. Now, moving on to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj threatens to put out receipts on Camel Toe. She said, seeing these N-words scramble in real time is so satisfying. Y'all talk about Tidal until y'all blue in the face, child. Y'all massa know Tidal is the least of his effing worries, stupid. And imagine that being a talking point. Do you know how much of a snake you have to be to have someone do all the work, then come out and say, oh, oop, you never signed your paperwork. LOL, this y'all king and y'all rat. So you're saying that brother billionaire would use a legal loophole to not pay a black woman that upheld her part of the bargain, then threatened her that if she didn't sign a random paper in 24 hours, she'll lose out on a measly $1 million? Because that's what y'all were offering. I'm glad I said nope. Scare tactics and manipulation to steal what I worked for. So I was working for the company. They let me work with nothing signed. Like, how stupid can y'all silly niggas be? LMFAO. Y'all really have no understanding of the business, huh? So now you're saying that when we signed our contracts in front of the world, those were fake. LOL. So now you're admitting to fraudulent tactics for the media. Like, huh? So in case I don't have to abide by any NDAs, then write LOL. By the way, who authorized the Shade Room to post my face on one of those artists claiming we all received almost 9 M's? Shade Room can't post about D-Moore or Ramir, so clearly it would be seen that Bot Nation themselves authorized that post, right? Like, there's no way you can be stupid in 2025. Then Nicki continued and said, silly rabbits, if you think this is about 9 million or Tidal, you haven't been paying attention. That's the least of their worries, Bookie. Least of their worries, trust me. Meet me back at this post a year from now. Wow. Okay, so it sounds like Nicki is threatening to release some receipts, or she feel like some receipts are going to come out about Devil Nation. Okay, that's what I'm getting from it, because she keeps saying that this is the least of their worries, that there's more tea to be spilt, more skeletons in the closet. But Onika, okay, I'm gonna need you to release the receipts, sue, okay, or release the receipts, because to me, I don't understand the threats if nothing's gonna happen. Okay, if nothing's gonna happen, if Devil Nation don't get exposed, then these threats were for nothing. I'm going to need you to actually release the receipts and go to court, okay? Because clearly you feel like you got something on them. You feel like, it sounds like to me like you feel like you got something on them. So if you got something on them, you should release them now, because the more time you wait, the more time they have to sabotage you or suppress other evidence. The more time you waste, okay? I'm sure Devil Nation is moving swiftly when it comes to this. I don't think that they're just sitting back and allowing Nicki Minaj to talk on social media. I'm sure they're having meetings like, we got to shut her up. They already plotting and planning, Nicki. So you got to release the receipts before it's too late. Now, moving on from that, it has been confirmed, okay? It has been officially confirmed that Megan is dating Klay Thompson. I believe he is on the Warriors. And he posted a picture of Megan Thee Stallion with her sympathy wig on. Allegedly, they are in a relationship after she dumped Tory Gregg. I think it was earlier this year when he got exposed for cheating. Remember, he cheated on her with that big BBL lady. I think her name was like Elizabeth White. And so, she has moved on to another NBA player, somebody else to add to the roster. And Megan's roster, let me know if you guys like Megan's roster. She had Tory, Party, Moneybag, okay, Tory Craig, Klay Thompson, Doodoo on the Beat, or I think that's his name, Doodoo on the Beat, Juju on the Beat. He slept with Meg, according to Partisan Fontaine. Also, the baby said that he slept with Megan. So let me know. It seemed like Megan got a big roster right there. That's a decent roster. Okay, I probably wouldn't smash anybody on the roster, but for Megan Thee Stallion, it seemed like she collected men like Mario coins. Like, goodness gracious, she already on to the next. That coochie don't need a rest. So let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, Hailey Bieber seems to be throwing shade at Scooter Braun, Justin Bieber's ex-manager. And I guess Scooter posted I wouldn't say a tribute, but he posted something on Instagram showing love to Justin's album. Okay, saying how great the album is. And then Hailey Bieber posted a picture with Mariah Carey's Obsessed playing in the background. Okay, now here's the thing with Hailey. I feel like you can't talk about being obsessed, okay? Because you would be the definition of obsessed, okay? Because you was stalking Justin when he was in a relationship with Selena. Let's be very clear. You would know what obsessed is, because that is you, okay? So I think Hailey needs to pipe down, Okay, relax. You're not that girl. I feel as though she gets a little bit big-headed because she got Justin on her arm, even though he has cheated on her multiple times. But, you know, she could be delusional. But the point of the matter is, I feel like you can't call nobody obsessed when you are the definition of obsessed, okay? We already know you used to stalk Justin. The receipts are out there. You had a fan page dissing Selena on Twitter. You're not smart. Okay, you should have deleted that once you got with Justin. You're not smart. And the receipts are out there. I just think you need to pipe down. Like, you're not that girl. Stop. And then also Justin Bieber's Swag is aiming for a #1 debut on the Billboard 200 album chart with 175,000 sold first week. You know, this is the first week predictions. Let me know if this is a bop or flop for Justin. I feel like after a 4-year hiatus, I thought he would at least do more. So maybe it will go up to 2 or 3. But I thought after a 4-year hiatus, he would do a little bit more. Now, people are saying, oh, he don't have physicals. But neither did Kung Fu Kenny, and he did 319. Okay, no shade. I hate to compare, but there's artists that don't do physicals and they still do, you know, too. I think even Playboy Bottom Bussy Cardi, I don't think he had physicals. He did 300,000. Now, I know these are rappers, but Justin is a pop star. He's supposed to be doing more than that. Sabrina just did 300,000. Now, I think she had physicals, but I thought he would just do more. That's just me, even though the album to me wasn't that great, only like 1 or 2 songs on the album. But I just thought he was going to do more because he's been on a 4-year hiatus. Like, he hasn't put out music in a while. Hasn't even really done collaborations like that. So I was expecting a little bit more. Now, moving on to the Snake and Scratch Off. Champagne Thickums brings out, a bunch of artists during Wireless Fest. I'm not going to lie. His Wireless performance looked kind of lit, okay? From day 1 to day 2. He brought out Sexy Red, Lauryn Hill, Skepta. He brought out Gavon. He's brought out Mario. He's brought out decent artists. But what I don't understand is why he had to bring out Scratch Off, okay? He brought out Scratch Off and 21 Below Average, and I understand 21 Below Average is his friend, even though he don't like Nicki Minaj. And, 21 Below Average is sleeping with Scratch Off. And, Champagne Thickums is sleeping with Scratch Off's sister. I just feel like, he got Bron's tattoo on his arm covered up because he felt like Bron was disloyal when he went to the Pop Out concert, right? And Kung Fu Kenny was calling him a pedo. But Scratch Off called Nicki Minaj an R-word, talked about her family, said she was an old bitch, super freaky grandma, and you bring her out and you feel like people owe you loyalty, but you're not loyal to anybody. That's just odd to me. I feel like he kind of like a walking hypocrite. And to be quite honest, people are going to say, I don't think Nicki cares. I think if somebody called you an R-word, talked about your family, called you a super freaky grandma and an old bitch, I think you would care. Okay, I don't care how long it was. It happened 2 to 3 years ago. I think you would care. So I just feel like that's something I can't really respect in regards to Champagne Thickums. I think he just moves a little bit weird for me. And Nicki call out everybody else that do her dirty except Champagne Thickums. I wonder why. Well, I know why. Because that tea he got. But, that's neither here or there. But the point of the matter is, the fact that Champagne Thickums got this hold on Onika is not a good look. He's very disloyal, and I think he's a snake in the camp. I better not see any more collaborations. Well, it wouldn't even matter because it's not like he's going to promote it anyway. He didn't promote Needle, so it don't matter if they work together or not. He's going to pretend like the song doesn't exist. Now, of course, Champagne Thickums decides to throw shade at Kung Fu Kenny and American rappers at Wireless because, Kung Fu Kenny is doing a Stadium World Tour, but Champagne Thickums, who can't do a stadium, he has to throw shade at a festival concert where he had to bribe a bunch of streamers to go to.
Tatted on me, this is my brother right here, a real fucking legend. When I talk about my love But London rappers, the best lyricists in the world, mark my words.
Oh shit.
I don't care what nobody says, nobody can out-rap London. Nobody. No disrespect to America, no disrespect to my country, but nobody can out-rap London rappers. This is the best, highest level. This is what I aspire to be.
I can't tell.
3 different vibes. You name another artist that can do it and bring him up here. We can clash right now. Anybody. That's what I'm here for.
Nobody, only Drake.
I'm here for y'all tonight. Matter of fact, you know what?
It's non-existent.
Just
Hey man, sometimes you gotta slurp. I need that chain. Yeah. Yes. Fuck Kendrick! Fuck Kendrick! Fuck Kendrick!
You know what? Chubbs, grab me a shot. I'll drink to that. Grab me a shot.
Now, tomato. That was trash. Okay, first of all, there's no London rappers that can go against any American rappers every your day or life. Okay, champagne bottom bussy thickums. Stop the lies. Name a London rapper that can go up against Kendrick, Tupac, Biggie, Camel Face, Nicki, Clownye. I mean, come on now, Champagne Thickums. I get it. Kung Fu Kenny, who's an American rapper, annihilated you, and I don't think that you're fully over it, clearly. But let's not cap here. Skepta ain't better than none of them artists I just mentioned. Okay? Shit, I don't even think Skepta better than Lil Baby. Let's be very clear. Central C, same thing. He is not better than nobody out right now. He don't have no motion bigger than Playboy Bottom Bussy Cardi. He don't got bigger motion than Travis Scott. I mean, let's just be completely honest. Come on now, stop the cap. I understand you frustrated, but let's not lie. I get it. You still bitter from the obviously the lawsuit and you losing to Kung Fu Kenny, but no London rappers can go against American rappers a day in their life. Okay, stop. Now, Doechii said in British Vogue that she does not believe this generation has found its superstar yet. She said, we don't really have a superstar this generation because there hasn't been enough time. When I look at pop culture right now, I'm just trying to figure out, okay, what does Doechii superstar look like? What does it take to make it? I have no clue. I'm still figuring it out, okay? So let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I kind of agree with her to a certain degree, but I feel like there's a lot of pop superstars in the new generation, okay? Not rap superstars. So I think she needs to rewrite that, okay? I do feel as though, Big Billy is a superstar in her own right. Okay, constantly selling out. She got 2 Oscars. Her albums always do well. You can say the same thing about, the Olivia Rodrigos. Okay. Now, as for Sabrina, I feel like if you only had 1 hit album, I can't give you the superstar, no shade title. You can't get that title because you have 1 hit album. Let's be very clear. Because you put out 5 before you put out the last album and they all flopped. But Big Billy, since she got in the game, has been taking it over. Okay? That's why the Sharp Sass Racist had to sabotage her. Same thing with Olivia Rodrigo. Okay? There was a time where people thought Dua Lipa was a superstar until she started flopping. So I feel like the pop girlies, some of them have it down pack. You R&B girlies and rap girlies don't. So I think she needs to clarify. Okay, there's no rap superstars, okay, in this generation. The pop girlies, they doing their big one. So anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description, and I hope you have a great day.